The Chicago Bears took care of what they needed to take care of in Week 15 by defeating the Green Bay Packers at Soldier Field by a score of 24-17 to lock down the NFC North. In Week 16, Chicago improved to 11-4 on the year with a win over the San Francisco 49ers. The team entered the week with a chance to make a run at the number 1 seed, but the New Orleans Saints locked up that spot with a win over the Pittsburgh Steelers at home. Chicago will enter Week 16 against the Minnesota Vikings with a chance to still earn a first-round bye. The Bears will need to beat the Vikings, and the Los Angeles Rams will have to fall to the San Francisco 49ers. If that scenario plays out, both teams will end the year with 12-4 records. Chicago would be the higher seed by virtue of holding the tiebreaker because of its win over the Rams in Week 14. The Bears' defense slowed down the 49ers in their Week 16 win on the road. The Bears have not been strong on the road this year after going 7-1 at Soldier Field. Chicago ended Sunday's game with 325 yards of total offense and held the 49ers to 279 yards of total offense. All of the 49ers' points came off 3 field goals from former Bears kicker Robbie Gould. Quarterback Mitch Trubisky led the way for the Bears, completing 25 of his 29 passing attempts for 246 yards with 1 touchdown. 49ers quarterback Nick Mullins completed 22 of his 38 passing attempts for 241 yards with 1 interception. Chicago will play a Vikings team in the final regular season game that still has hopes of making the playoffs. After the Vikings defeated the Detroit Lions in Week 16, they will control their own destiny in Week 17 against the Bears. If Minnesota wins, it will get into the playoffs. The Rams started off the year with 8 straight wins before losing to the Saints in New Orleans. They then won 3 games in a row against the Seattle Seahawks, Kansas City Chiefs and Detroit Lions before the Bears took them down in Week 14. In that game, the Bears held them to just 6 points, by far their smallest point total of the season. Before that game, the least amount of points the Rams had scored in a game this season was 23 in a win over the Denver Broncos. The Rams' offense looked out of sorts in Week 15 in a 30-23 loss to the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday Night Football. After throwing a career-high 4 interceptions against the Bears in Week 14, quarterback Jared Goff tossed 2 interceptions in that loss. The Rams bounced back this week with a win over the Arizona Cardinals on the road. Without Todd Gurley in the lineup at the running back spot, the recently signed C.J. Anderson finished the game with 167 yards on 20 carries with 1 touchdown. Goff bounced back to complete 19 of his 24 passing attempts for 216 yards with 1 touchdown and 0 interceptions. Asking the 49ers to knock off the Rams will be a tough task, but Chicago will enter Week 17 with a chance to earn a first-round bye in the No. 2 seed with a win